Let's focus our attention on Outliers right now. As a high-flying executive at one of the world's largest multinational firms, Shaira Adamali had achieved what most people only dreamt of.
But when she was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2003, the experience not only changed her life, it has come to change the lives of thousands.
On this week's episode of Outliers, how one woman went from giving orders in the workplace to giving hope to cancer patients in Kenya.
Soft-spoken and unassuming, Shaira Adamali is the founder of the Faraja Cancer Support Center in Nairobi.
I've seen when I'd been in the UK what a lot of support cancer patients get in the UK, whereas none of that was available here. So it seemed like just the right thing to do.
Before setting up the Faraja Foundation, Shaira worked for PricewaterhouseCoopers for nearly 30 years. She was a partner and head of the tax department, a successful career woman, wife and a mother. But after being diagnosed with breast cancer 11 years ago, Shaira's life took an unexpected turn that led her to choose early retirement and focus her energies on helping people facing the same battle that so distinctly changed her life.
So I think if you haven't had it, you don't appreciate necessarily how important the support is. You think that the medical treatment is all you require, whereas in fact the non-medical support is very essential.
Bright and airy, the Faraja Cancer Support Center is a tranquil and inviting space, a sharp contrast to the stark hospitals from which many of the cancer patients who come here are referred.
The government provides treatment at Kenyatta, but it's not for free. And also there are long waiting lists. Like if you need radiotherapy, there's a 9-month waiting list at Kenyatta, and 9 months is a long time in the journey of a cancer patient. When they come here and they meet other cancer patients, that in itself I think is very healing, because if you're going through chemotherapy and you've lost your hair, but you see everyone else who's going through chemotherapy has also lost their hair, then you know you're not alone.
Monica had 3/4 of her esophagus and the upper part of her stomach removed in a life-saving surgery that Faraja raised funds to pay for.
We had worked to so many corporates. We'd even tried to get to media, like my story, to be focused on media so that well-wishers can help, but it had really been a very hard task. That's why for us, Faraja gave me a second chance to live, because maybe by now I'll still be waiting at the Kenyatta queue.
Monica feels inspired to give the same gift that Shaira and Faraja gave to her to other people.
This is what I want to do now. Today I don't even sitamani ati kurudi shule to do the business management course again and accounting. I feel I need to also help others.
Shaira plans to build a 100 million shilling medical fund, invest that money and use the income that it generates to support more patients who can't afford to pay for treatment. She's already raised 11 million shillings from well-wishers and is optimistic that she will reach her goal.
90% of the patients who are diagnosed with cancer, the biggest stress they have is the funding for the treatment. And you can do all the non-medical stuff, but if you don't help them with the financial cost of medical treatment, you haven't really removed the stress. And we would like to try and help remove as much stress as possible. I think when we set this up, we realized that a lot of people do want to help, but they want a platform from where to go and help. So when we set this up, a lot of people just came and said, can I do something? Whether it's even just to bring us tea or coffee, bring us fruit once in a week. So people want to do things, but maybe are nervous, and maybe for a lot of people they've never worked or never worked in a structured environment, so they don't know where to start. Perhaps I was lucky in that I had 31 years of experience working and felt I had the confidence to do it, yeah.
It's still a very emotional topic and difficult for Shaira to talk about, but ironically, having cancer and facing the reality of death is what really taught Shaira to live.
I think when something like this happens, you do stand back and reassess your life. You try and analyze why you got it. It's not because of bad luck. Maybe some of it is bad luck, but some of it could be about your lifestyle, whether it's to do with the stress you carry or your bad nutrition, lack of exercise. So for me, when I was diagnosed, I could tick off a lot of things as saying I'm doing that well, I eat well, I exercise. Maybe the bit that I didn't deal with so well was the stress. So some of the changes I've made are to stop worrying about small things, because those are the things that give you stress. There are a lot of people who I think want to continue making money, but it would be nice if there are more people who assess, now maybe this is enough for me, I'm not going to take it when I go. So it's time to give back in terms of time and giving back some money as well.
When Shaira Adamali opened the doors to the Faraja Cancer Support Center, she only did it because it was the right thing to do. But for many people, walking through those doors has been the only thing that's given them a renewed sense of hope and a positive attitude for the future. Kacungira, KTN.